G'day all, it's Temujin here from SL Colonies, and in this video I'm going to be running through the HUD and meter of the SL Colonies system. I've already got it on, but that's basically this HUD and this meter. I'll show you what each one does as you put them on. This is assuming that you have already initially registered to the system and picked a race. There's another video tutorial on how to do that if you haven't done that already. So when you add the meter, you'll see on the top, you will see your floating text about your character here. And the HUD is what pops up on the top left of your screen. I'll run through everything. I'll just change my preferences here and get rid of my chat bubbles so they're out of the way. So, oops, I didn't press OK. So here's the meter. And it may look different on your end, but I'll explain how to make that change. And here's your HUD. I'll go through everything the HUD does because that is the most essential part of this system. You'll need the HUD and the meter on in order to be able to use the system. So if you have these off, you won't be able to interact with the fruit trees, farming, anything from SL Colonies. You won't be able to gather or craft. All right. So we've got a profile picture of yourself. We've got three icons on the top left. You've got one that looks like a bag, which is your inventory bag. You've got looks like two tools. That's basically is for your tools. And then you've got a money bag. And then here you've got 3 coins. You've got gold. I've got 1 gold here. Silver. I've got 59 silver. You can't see it very well, but I'll show you how to make that more clear. And then I've got the copper, 79. Again, you can't see it too clear, but I'll show you how to make it clearer. And then you have here a red bar, which represents your health in percentage. So I've got 100% health right now. And you've got a green bar, which represents your energy. If you fly, your energy will quickly drain. Okay. So you don't want to be using the HUD while you're building your sims and things like that. You will be able to put yourself into out of character mode, OOC, and I'll show you how to do that. Once you stop flying, your energy will come back up. And same with running. If you are on auto run, I would suggest turning that off if you are building or anything like that, because it does drain your energy, as you can see here, until I stop running, and then it will slowly come back. So let's start with clicking the profile picture. So click on profile picture and you'll see a bunch of menu items. The first one that I'll explain is show stats. When you click show stats, you'll get 2 rollout menus. The one that rolls down is basically your primary stats. They are dynamic stats. So these do move throughout the day. Hunger will go up every 5 minutes or so, well, I think it's every hour, this one, up to 100. So once you reach 100 hunger, it means you're really hungry and you will start losing energy if you don't feed yourself. Once the energy is down to 0, you will start losing your health until that reaches 0 and you die. And you'll have to bring yourself back to life through drinking a potion or consuming food or drink. Thirst works the same way. It ticks up slowly until it reaches 100, at which stage it will again consume your energy, finalized with your health. Blood is a bit different. It always stays as 100, means you've got 100% blood in your system. There are some weapons out there and some potions and things and monsters that will cause bleeding effect. If it drops to anything less than 100, so even if you lose 1 point of blood and goes to 99, this will slowly start to trickle down until eventually it reaches 0. If it reaches 0, you will start to lose health until you die. To cure blood, you'll need to take a potion or any other healing aid that helps with that. Fatigue works a little bit like your hunger and thirst, except it's not a direct consequence of energy. So energy is like running, flying. Anytime you do crafting or gathering and things like that, you'll consume energy. Fatigue is a slow ticker. Consider it something like you need to sleep. So we have beds in the system. You can lie down in them and it will regenerate your fatigue until you're back at 0 fatigue. I'll explain another way to reduce your fatigue and to increase your energy in a moment. Sickness always sits at 0 unless you've eaten something that makes you sick, such as some kind of raw food that you should be cooking before you eat it. Once it gets to 1, it will slowly tick tick up until it reaches 100, at which stage it will start consuming your health until you die. Drunk is another stat that works with the social stone. There is another tutorial video about that. It's all part of the brewing system. But the drunker you get, the more of your screen will become, not invisible, but the smaller your viewing screen will be. You won't be able to see as much, but drunk does benefit you in our social system. Just have a look at the tutorial for the social stone to see how that works. To the right, you've got these secondary stats. These first 6, strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Strength, if you increase your strength, you will increase the damage you do with melee weapons. If you increase your dexterity, you will increase the damage you do with ranged weapons such as bows. Constitution will increase the amount of health you can have maximum, and the amount of blood, and I believe another stat. You can check how much health you do actually have. So this shows 100, but you can see how much it actually is inside the meter website, which I'll show you in a moment, as well as going to the leveling station in the main store. Intelligence and wisdom, they're going to be used in the magic system that we are producing. So they will affect different types of magic that you can use, whether it's fire, ice, wind, all that stuff. Currently, it also helps in, so we've got resable foods and drinks that you can put out on tables when you're doing a roleplay feast. And that food and drink can be poisoned or beneficiary potion, depending what you want to do. And your level of intelligence and wisdom will determine if you can detect and remove or change that potion that's been put on the food. So the higher you are, the more chance you have of that, compared to the other player that actually did put that potion on the res food. Charisma works with the questing system that we are developing, as well as currently the merchants. So merchants, as you level up as a merchant and you also increase your charisma, you will get a bonus in the marketplace hub. You will get better prices, whether you're buying or selling. And for the questing, you'll get more rewards, for example. CXP stands for crafting experience. You will gain crafting experience by doing tasks that are relevant to the profession you have chosen. So on my meter, you can see I am a cook. I will gain crafting experience by cooking in the cooking station. This crafting experience I can use in the marketplace hub to purchase items for crafting experience instead of using my coins that are up here. So I can buy seeds, I can buy animals, I can buy enzymes for brewing, I can buy different types of yeast, and I can even buy different types of catalysts for cooking. But the primary use of crafting experience is to level up your character. When you level up your character in its chosen profession, you will be getting an additional point that you can then distribute into one of these secondary stats here. All right, so that's how you increase your strength and stuff at the leveling station at the main store. And you can also, with crafting experience, change professions and roles. It will cost you a little bit of a CXP as you level up. Social points works along with the drunk stat and it shows social stone. So have a look into that. Look at the tutorial for the social stone. But basically, you will gain social points by clicking on a social stone when you go to someone's land. And the more people there are around, the higher this social points will go up. You will also increase social points by answering quizzes that the social stone gives out at taverns. So think about a tavern. If there's 4 people sitting around it, you click this stone and then you will gain points by socializing. You sit around there talking, you answer the quizzes and you get bonus points. And the higher drunk you are, the more points you'll also earn per tick for every few minutes. And at any point, you can go visit another social stone, click that social stone and convert it into social points, which you can use in your gathering and crafting, a bit like energy, but you'll use it before you use your energy. You won't use it up by flying and jumping and running and such. You'll use it for actually doing hard work. So if you're plowing a field, it might consume 50 energy, right? Well, instead of consuming 50 energy, you can consume 50 social points. Works something like that. We'll explain it more in the social stone anyway. So let's click on this and let's hide the stats. There we go, rolled back in. Now let's have a look at what else we can do. Set color allows you to change the color of your floating text that's here on your meter. So you can customize it to suit your likes. So let's go greens and let's go to a mint green. It doesn't look like green to me. It looks like a white, but that's how you do it. You go here, set color, light greens, lime green. There we go. Okay. And other one is dark mode. So remember how I said it's hard to see the coins? And it depends on where you are. Like if I'm here, you can see it depending on your background. And it's a nice and crisp. But sometimes you'll be in areas like that you can't see the text properly. So hit on dark mode and it will push out a little dark border around the whole HUD so that you can now see everything a lot clearer. Then there is text. So you can fully customize, again, your meter is going to look different to mine right now. You can fully customize this to display as you like. So let's turn everything on. This is how it looks by default when you first put the meter on. So it will display your display name. So you can click name off and remove your display name if you like. I like it on. It'll display your race here, go around. So you can turn that off too if you like. Right. It will display your gender that you've chosen, the profession you've chosen. Here we have a title. You can earn titles through an achievement system. We'll also give them out for rewards during special events in the community. You can also get another title called Patreon Supporter by joining our Patreon. Here, the one here, Colonists of the King's Guard, that's to do with the colony system. There's a tutorial on the colony sign available on YouTube if you want to watch that. You can customize that as well by joining a colony and having certain text change. So the colonist part can change by your colony title. So I could be king instead of colonist, for example. And the King's Guard can be a colony. So I'm a colonist of the King's Guard colony. Okay. So look up that video, colony sign, to understand more about that. Here it shows the percent health I have again. That's handy if you're doing player versus player for the other person to see, but you don't need that when you're just role playing. Here is energy, same thing. And here is your blood, same thing again. You don't need to show those. So I like to set it up nice and clean, but you can hide it all if you like, if you don't want to show your HUD out in the world when you're at a club or something, but you want to keep your meter on. And you can also show it. And you can obviously select what you want to show, what you don't want to show. So I don't want to show all these energy things. I don't want to show my colony, and I don't need to show my title. So I'm just going to leave my name and my race and such. I think it's obvious that I'm a male though, right? So I can probably get rid of my gender. Right. Next on the menu, locations. So these are all the sims that are part of our system. So anyone that has a region server and made their land public to you, you can click on any of these and you will get a map location and you can go teleport directly to it. Then we have help. So these are random, well not random, but they're a bunch of videos like a welcome video, this HUD and meter video. There's videos on tools, the systems, there's going to be classes. There's a link to the forums and Discord here, as well as one-on-one videos, which are basically what we're making here. But the links will be updated as we keep going along and make these videos. PvP. So by default, your PvP is off. We will have a system where a world builder can res a item that will set up zones where PvP will automatically turn on and off. So you could have a trade hub that no PvP is allowed regardless what you do. And you can have PvP areas on the sim by choice as the owner of the sim. So that's coming eventually. But right now, if both players turn on PvP, you'll get a PvP stat here. You cannot change the display of the health and stuff like that. So you can still change the text. I can remove my name, I believe. Nope. So these are the defaults. I can, though, I believe gender. Yep. So I can still like do gender and things like that, and I can still do my title and things like that. But certain things you can't turn off. So you can't turn off your name. You can't turn off certain things. I can still remove my race and things though, and same with my profession. All right, so you have to have PvP up there. You have to have your name. You can't remove the health, energy, and blood because you want the other player needs to be able to see what they're affecting you with, because you can't see their HUD. The only way you're going to know if you're hurting them is looking at their floating text. So then you turn PvP off. You both have to have it on to be able to hurt each other. Tournament mode. So basically, if you look at my stat, let's go back to stats here. I have increased my levels. I've got more strength, dexterity. So if I do PvP with this, I might do a bit more damage than everyone else. I might have a weapon that has more base damage than everyone else too. Tournament mode, the idea of it is to make everyone the same. So switching to tournament mode, let's wait that 25 seconds to go and see what that does. I guess I can explain it while we're here, so I'm not wasting video time, but it will set you to all the base stats. So my strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom 12, charisma, all that will be set to 100. My hunger and thirst will be back to nothing. I won't be hungry and thirsty. And the idea is that we fight fairly. So you can put a weapon, you can hand out weapons for the tournament that are exactly the same. So you know that everything is fair. And the tournament then is skill-based instead of player level based, which is what you want when it comes to tournaments. So as you can see, everything's been reset to base here. I'm no longer hungry. I don't need energy. You can still consume energy while running and flying. It comes back. And when you die, you get reset back to 100%. So you can come back to life and keep fighting. Let's turn off tournament mode. And I'll explain what the last button is here. So OOC, I don't think I can do it while I'm in. Yeah, okay. So I can click it. This will put my character out of character. So none of my stats will go up or down anymore. Nothing will count. Okay. So, but as well, I cannot interact with anything in the system. I cannot gather food. I cannot craft. I'll even generate script errors. And I won't be able to play in the system. I won't get hungry, thirsty, and I believe, nope, you won't even lose energy when you fly. So this is a good, if you don't want to bother taking the HUD and meter completely off, you can just turn yourself on to OOC. It does have a delay when you try and go off OOC because we don't want players to abuse it. We'll go back to RP on. You got to wait a minute. And that's the reason. You don't want people to go, oh, I'm going to go OOC. I'm going to go fly to this farm and quickly steal stuff and then jump myself back on OOC. No, it's going to penalize you by having a timer here. So you actually have to sit there and wait. So that's all those. I'll just wait till I go out of OOC and then I'll also take myself out of tournament mode. But while we're waiting, I'll go through the rest of the system. So this bag here is a inventory bag. It'll show your inventory and you'll be able to do different things with your inventory. If you click view, you'll open a website and we'll go on there. I'll open the website. Yep, and I'll make sure I've got the window open here. There we go. So this is the main meter.slcolonies.com. It's my inventory. You can get that from here, but when you click the view inventory on the HUD, you will come to this page. At the top, you've got different areas you can go to. And then you've got obviously details about you. And this is what I meant by the stats. So I am, that's all 100%, yeah. Yeah, at the leveling station, you can see in more detail what these are. So you'll see that energy might be 400 or 300, depending on how you've leveled your character. Anyway, the inventory is here. So this shows you the item name and the quantity of each you have. How we've set up the inventory is you can have stacks of items. So basic herbs, you could have 999, 9,999 if you like. But we've set it up so you can only have 50 different types of items, okay? Or you can have more. But if you have 50 or more items in your inventory, you will start to get exhausted. And you'll get it in local chat. It will tell you in local chat what's going on with your character. And it will consume your energy. So to reduce that, you're going to have to transfer some items over. By either dropping them or transferring to another player or getting yourself a storage chest or putting them in a community chest. Let's close this. Go back to the game here. So I'm no longer OOC. I'm going to turn tournament mode off and wait for that timer to go down because I don't want tournament mode on. The tool, sorry. All right, so click ignore on these pages. We viewed inventory. So you can give inventory to another player. When you click give, it'll scan the region or your local area for other avatars. And there are no players in my range, but it allows you to give something from your inventory to another player. Specifically what it says, give. You don't expect anything in return. But we do have a trade option here. When you click trade, the same thing will happen. It will scan for other players. And if there is another player, you will be able to select that player. You will then put an item that you wish to trade with that player. That player will get a blue pop-up automatically come up on their screen. They can accept or deny the trade. And then the idea of the trade is like it works in other role-playing games. The other player has to offer something. They will click a button and you will receive the offer. If you accept, you can accept it, and then they accept at the same time, then the trade is done. This is a bit of a security thing for you guys. So if you want to trade and barter, you want to give, say, 100 fish and you want to get 1 coin. Instead of giving 100 fish and expecting 1 coin back, and then they rip you off and run away, which is all legitimate within this game, by the way, you may as well use the trade option. And then at least you know you're going to get the 1 coin before you finish a trade. Use is how you fix up your, you consume an item, an ingredient, whether it's a potion, food, drink, anything like that. So let's click use and see what I have in my inventory here. So I have drinks, I have water here. So I'm 26 thirst. Let's have 1 water and see what happens. It's gone down to 21. So it says here, you drink a cup of water affecting your thirst by -5. And that water has been removed from my inventory. So I had 46 in my inventory. So this is my old inventory I've left open. I had 46 water in my inventory. Now I should have 45 if I refresh the page. There it is, 45 water. So it's taken it away from my inventory. Same with food. You do the same thing with food. That's how you get your hunger down. I'm not sure I've got food on me. Yes, I do. I've got some honey. Whoa, let's go, honey. What did that do? So you eat portion of honey, affecting my health by 10, energy by 5, blood by 1, hunger by 1. So it's reduced by 1, your thirst by 5, your fatigue by -5. So it's made me less fatigue, and it's only done it's actually increased my thirst because it's high sugar. And I believe it's taken 1 off my hunger. Let's try again. Anyway, I don't have to show you again. You can play with the system and find out for yourselves. Otherwise, this video will go for way too long. We also have resables. That's what I mentioned at the beginning, where you can affect, certain foods and certain drinks can be prim-resed. Certain items can also be prim-res, like this cow that you breed. It becomes a resable. So you click resable, what type of item it is. I've got items. I've got a survival potion. I can res that on the ground instead of just using it if I want to. Only certain things work this way. Cows work this way. Chickens. We've got pigs that work this way. Here's an old sign that I can get rid of here. We've also got, the chickens, as I said, work this way. They're resable, and then you can go up to them and collect eggs and collect milk and dung and stuff like that. Let's hide my stats. Right, and then we have drop. Basically, that's all that means. If you've got a useless item that you're never going to use and you just want to make room in your inventory, you can go ahead and drop it. So what have I got here? Let's go drink. Let's drop water. I have 45 of those. Let's drop 1. Bang, it's gone. It's gone from my inventory. You can get rid of whole stacks if you like. We are going to make a system where when you drop items like this, it'll, if there's res rights on the world, we'll probably have a bag that comes up and just sits there for a certain period of time. And then someone comes up to it, they can click it and take everything from it. Or when you die, maybe something drops randomly from your inventory if you haven't put it into containers. Same with money. If you haven't banked it, maybe it will drop into that bag. So that's something we want to do. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be in the future. The next icon is this little tool icon, 2 tools, a spanner and looks like a chisel or hammer. So here we have use tool. Basically tools are stored inside your HUD contents. And it's loading here. Any of the tools that you have, you can click use. And when you click use, it's pretty neat. So let's get a smith's hammer. Let's pretend I'm a blacksmith. Click it, and the experience, SL Colonies experience, will attach it here to your hand. If you find that the tool is resting at the top of your head, that means that the land that you are on has not set up the SL Colonies experience. So in parcel details, for example, you can go to the experience tab, check that the SL Colonies is allowed. Otherwise, the owner will have to search for the SL Colonies experience here and add it to their land. Okay. And that's it. It's a G-rated experience. So as long as the experience is there, tools will attach to your hand. You can then click the detach tool to remove it from your hand. You can also have a tool on you, go use tool again, grab another tool, it will detach it automatically and attach the next tool. So this small basket, for example, is now attached to me. The other one on the menu is Get Tool. So if you know you have something in your inventory page, like a small basket, but you can't find it in Use Tool, you click on Get Tool. And basically what that does, so if I click it, I've already got one. So it says you already have one of those tools in your inventory. Please use it up before getting another one. So this basket here, the number that you see on it, whoop, can't see it. See the 25 just behind my legs. Actually, let's put on the Smith's hammer. It's much easier to see. So see the 22 there? That's a durability. Every time I use it to craft something or gather something, depending what type of tool it is, one durability will be taken from that. Once it reaches 0 durability, the tool is broken. You'll need to get another tool. You'll need to get this. You'll need to use Get Tool to get another one from your inventory, which basically goes to the region server of that sim, sends the tool from the region server into your HUD. Okay. And if you haven't got that tool in Get Tool, it means you haven't got it in your virtual inventory. If it's not listed here, you need to get some from the marketplace or craft some. Then I've already explained detach tool, but you see here campfire. So this is one of the ways that you can regenerate. This has gone into my grass a little bit. I'll see if I can reach it, get down there and bring it up a bit. A little bit annoying. There we go. So I've picked it up here. I'll lift it up. The chair should also lift up with it. So when I said your energy goes down and your fatigue goes down, fatigue goes up. You can fix some of that. So I think if you right click and edit this chair, you'll see that this chair has a description that says it's a rest. It gives me 5 energy, 2 health. So it will generate some health and it will take 5 fatigue away from me every ticker. I believe it's every 5 minutes. So left click on the chair, do not right click and sit with anything to do with SL Colonies. We use experiences. If you do that, it won't work as it's meant to. I'll show you. If I sit on it, I get nothing. If I do it properly and just left click, a blue menu comes up because you can use this campfire to cook certain things. It is a little bit of a crafting station. It's not a cook station, sorry, it's a crafting station. It does really basic stuff. You can cook fish, just basic fish, and make fried fish or cook fish. And you can make basic fishing sticks, and you can also make some breads. The recipes are on the recipe wiki on our forums. It's a basic one. You can make some CXP from it, I think, if you're a cook. I'm not sure. But the cooking station trumps it, and so does everything else. So, but it's just to get started. So as you sit on here, when you sit on it, another chair will res. Someone else sits on it, another chair will res. I think you can have like 20 people plus. It just keeps expanding to a certain size. I haven't seen it at that large yet, but it does. And every 5 minutes, you will regenerate health, some energy, as well as reduce your fatigue. It is a slow process. It's cheaper than using a potion though. We are going to have some chairs, scripts, and some bed scripts that you'll be able to place into your existing furniture that you'll be able to make at the carpentry profession. Let's hide these stats. And basically, there's clean HUD as well. What clean HUD will do, let me detach my tools. So you see that there is all these items. Sometimes there's issues with the HUD. Sometimes you want to troubleshoot. Instead of getting another HUD, your tool's broken or something like that, you can click on Clean HUD. Here's my tools, Clean HUD. So now let's open this up. See, it's resetting all the numbers here. It's also deleting all the tools that were in my HUD. But when you put new HUDs on, even if you've deleted the tools, the HUD would automatically request to get your tools back from servers. So you'll see in a moment, checking for missing tools, requesting Smith's hammer. It's connecting to the region server on this land, delivering my tool to my HUD. So it's going to do that for all of my tools. See, the Smith's hammer is now there. Small basket is now there. Everything else is slowly getting added until it says finished. So you won't lose your tools. The durability is still there. It doesn't reset the durability. The database knows where you left off. So it doesn't matter if you grab a new HUD or you clean the HUD, you'll be all good and sweet to go. Let's wait for this to finish. Fishing rod, clay pot, clay jar. I've got a lot of tools. Carpenter's hammer, butcher knife. You do get a lot of tools by default when you first get the HUD. We don't give you all the really expensive tools because people would abuse it by making lots of alts. So finish getting your tools. So that's done. The next thing in the system is this little money button. That lets you send all the different types of currency to other players. So no players detecting range. But if there was another player, I'd be able to click this, click that player and give them money. It can be any type of coin from the system. That's everything in the HUD. It's everything in the meter. I think I've explained everything. So if you get any more issues, just detach the HUD, go grab a new one from the main store, from the land you're at. Actually, I'll explain the coins too. So I'll put this on dark mode. You see here in small, it says coins, and it shows me the coins I have. On some lands, it might not say coins. It might say something like task or Derrick or whatever. So if it doesn't say coins, it won't show you your SLC coins. It will show you the other type of coin that's written there. So if it says Derrick or task, it will show you how much Derrick you have, which is more than likely 0, unless you roleplay in that world. So every world owner or world builder has an opportunity to make their own economy. They can make their own coins by mining their copper, silver, and gold and pressing it into coins and then minting them. And they can make their own economy. And the vendors will use their own coins and stuff. And your SLC coin will be pretty worthless on their land. So that's allows for trade and exchange with other players. You can do if someone wants to, they can set up bank exchange by purchasing coins off that sim, selling them for other coins from other worlds and doing an exchange. So one sim might be worth so and so. There'll be an exchange rate. Just open for suggestions. Just giving you ideas, guys. So that's the idea of the coin system. So see, resting here has affected the following stats: energy by 5, health by 2, and fatigue -5. So my fatigue is now going down. What was it, 40 something? And now I'm down 41. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your comments. Give it a thumbs up, obviously. Subscribe if you haven't. And obviously, if you've got any questions or you've got any doubts, jump into our Discord or on our forums and we'll reply to you as soon as we can. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys next time.